Park is a former hunting park in Greenwich and one of the largest single green spaces in southeast London. One of the Royal Parks of London, and the first to be enclosed, in 1433, it covers 74 hectares, 180 acres, and is part of the Greenwich World Heritage Site. It commands fine views over the River Thames, the Isle of Dogs and the City of London. Simon Jenkins rated the view of the Royal Hospital with Canary Wharf in the distance as one of the top 10 in England. The park is open year-round. It is listed Grade I on the Register of Historic Parks and Gardens. In 2020, it was awarded a National Lottery grant to restore its historic features, build a learning centre, enhance the park's biodiversity, and provide better access for people with disabilities.
Audio playing in Greenwich Park. Need to find cover. So I think this will do until the rain stops. It's getting stronger, so I might have to spend a few minutes here before moving up. This is one of the few things that are left to do outside during the lockdown.
The estate of some 200 acres, 81 hectares, was originally owned by the Abbey of St. Peter at Ghent, but reverted to the Crown in 1427 and was given by Henry VI to his uncle Humphrey, Duke of Gloucester. He built a house by the river, Bella Court, and a small castle, called Greenwich Castle, as well as Duke Humphrey's Tower, on the hill. The former evolved first into the Tudor Palace of Placentia and then into the Queen's House and Greenwich Hospital. Greenwich Castle, by now in disrepair, was chosen for the site of the Royal Observatory by Charles II in 1675. In the 15th century, the park was mostly heathland and probably used for hawking. In the next century, deer were introduced by Henry VIII for hunting, and a small collection of deer is maintained today in an area to the southeast. James I enclosed the park with a brick wall, 12 feet high and 2 miles, 3 kilometers, long at a cost of £2,000, much of which remains and defines the modern boundary. A small section of the boundary wall in the southwest corner of the park was formerly part of Montague House, one-time residence of Caroline of Brunswick, demolished in 1815, though Queen Caroline's bath, circa 1806, is preserved inside the park. The observatory is on the top of the hill. Outside is a statue of General James Wolfe, buried in St. Alphege Church, Greenwich, in a small plaza from which there are majestic views across to the former Greenwich Hospital, the old Royal Naval College and now the University of Greenwich, and then towards the river, the skyscrapers of Canary Wharf, the City of London to the northwest and the Millennium Dome to the north. On the lower level of the park there is a popular children's playground, northeast corner, close to Maze Hill Railway Station, and an adjacent boating lake. There is also a herb garden, close by entrance to Greenwich Town Centre. On the upper level, there is an extensive flower garden complete with large duck pond, a rose garden, a cricket pitch, many 17th century sweet chestnut trees with gnarled, swirling trunks, tennis courts, a bandstand, Roman remains, an ancient oak tree, known as Queen Elizabeth's Oak, associated with Queen Elizabeth I, and an enclosure, the Wilderness, housing some wild deer. Nestling just behind the observatory is the garden of the former Astronomer Royal, a peaceful secluded space which is good for picnics and also sometimes used by theatre groups, Midsummer Night's Dream, etc. On the opposite side, i.e., just south of the wolf statue, is the Park Café. There is another, smaller cafe by the northwest gate, and a snack bar in the children's playground. It is possible to park, pay and display, in areas along the main roads entering from Blackheath. Cycle routes crisscross the park, as do runners, rollerbladers, dog walkers, etc., but other road traffic, cars and motorcycles only, can only use the park road linking Blackheath and Greenwich at peak periods on weekdays.